Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Well, to let you know that right now, Spain, actually, they are leading with 2-0 ahead of Costa Rica. A tough one there for Costa Rica. Good one for Spain. Dani Olmo, not forgetting Marco Asensio scoring there for Spain. Well, from the way it is, they are leading with 2-0. And right now, that match is really ongoing over there in Qatar at the World Cup taking place there. And right now, the teams are really showing their class. Spain, 2010 champions, are now leading the pack in their first game in their group. Welcome you once again on the show. We'll be looking at the FIFA World Cup, even though it's ongoing right now between Spain and Costa Rica. We quickly look at some of the results of the match that have been played today earlier on. FIFA World Cup, let's talk about Morocco against Croatia. It ended in a stalemate. It ended 0-0 there. Good one for Morocco. The African team right now, at least two of them, Morocco, Tunisia, they've been able to at least share the spoil against the team they faced. Tunisia did it against Denmark, and now Morocco did it against Croatia, ending in a stalemate 0-0. It ended, and you have to just give a kudos to the Atlas Lions of Morocco in this particular encounter there. Now, I have in the studio in the person of Noel Samson. Good to have you, Noel.
The pleasure is mine. Good evening.
Just saw there, Spain, although before we get to Spain, Spain have been leading with 2-0, but let's talk about Morocco, Croatia first.
Yeah, it was a very crucial match, although the Croatians showed their class and played well from the defense, but the problem they had was them creating more chances and scoring more goals. And if you look at the previous times both Morocco and Croatia have played, they drew in the match before it led to...
Maybe I should just cut you right now. Spain just scored the third goal now, courtesy of Fernando Torres. Good one for Spain. They just scored the third goal there. Really, Spain are routing Costa Rica right now. They want to show them the class they are made of. Now, 1, 2, 3 goals in first half. Just to give you this update concerning that game, go ahead.
So the last match they played together, they drew between it was a draw between Costa Rica and Morocco, and before Morocco, Costa Rica won a penalty shootout. So you can see from they have not been playing together that long within Morocco and Croatia. So that's why I think probably made the Morocco able to withstand the Croatians actually. I know the Moroccans have very good players that play in top leagues. That of Hakim Ziyech. This other guy that plays for PSG also too, their right back, Hakimi. So you can see they have a very good set of players. Same as Croatians too, you have the likes of Perisic that plays for Tottenham, Modric that plays for Real Madrid, Kovacic that plays for Chelsea, and the rest. So, but it was a very good game. Although the Croatians played the Moroccans, but the Moroccans withstand and see they won't allow the Croatians score. And one thing I noticed from the Croatian the attacking prowess, there's no, that creativity is not there. The hunger for goals is not there in the Croatian attacking force. If they can work on that, probably their second match they might win also too.
Well, we've been looking at the matches played so far today in the World Cup. Just as we are talking, we'll be giving you updates concerning Spain, just in case you're not watching. Well, Spain, they are leading the pack with 3 goals right now. Fernando Torres, not forgetting, you have to talk about Ferran Torres, I beg your pardon. You look at 2 other goals scored by Dani Olmo and also Marco Asensio, making it 3-0 there for Spain against Costa Rica. And right now, they are coasting home in the first half, and we've been talking about Croatia and Morocco. Now, let's look at another one. Even though you don't underrate Japan, not that they are underdogs, but looking at the game, the way German players play football, as they call the German machine. In the second match, looking at the result now, let's look at that result. Japan shocked. They really did well. They defeated Germany 2-1. Ike Gundogan scoring first via penalty. Then Ritsu Doan in the 75th minute and Takuma Asano making it 2-1 in favor of the Japanese team.
It was really a great shock. The way Saudi Arabia shocked
Argentina
yesterday. I actually expected Germany to win the match 3 goals. But it was quite, when Germany first scored the penalty from Gundogan scored the penalty, we were like, okay. Before you know, close to the end of the match, the Japanese equalized and added 1 to the game. Just like it happened yesterday too against Saudi Arabia, where Messi scored the penalty. Before you know, the Saudi Arabians now they added 1 goal and they equalized and added 1 goal. So the World Cup is just full of shockers. Because though if you see everything, it's not expected. Why should Saudi Arabia win Argentina? Why should Japan.
But Japan, it's not as if Japan, they play very good football. It's just that, you know, a lot of people don't follow their football. If you check their league, they have J League in Japan.
Yes.
In fact, that's where Andre Iniesta is playing. And you can see for Iniesta to go to Japan to play football, that shows that really they have a league. Exactly. Then most of their players also play in German Bundesliga. Yeah. Stuttgart, Freiburg, they're all there. So they know the German players. In fact, it's like half of the team from Japan play, most of them, they play in German Bundesliga, and they know these players. They know them week in, week out. They play. They know what Müller can do. They know what Sané can do. They know what other players can do. So it was easy for them to at least rally round against Japan. When Japan scored via Gundogan in that penalty, they were like, okay, we're going to do this against Japan. But Japan showed their class, trying to stop Germany from playing any, kind of area ball.
Exactly.
They put it on the ground, and you know they are very pacey, very fast, speedy set of players. That actually helped them against Germany.
Despite having most of the majority of the Japanese players playing for the Bundesliga, I never still expected the shocker, because it's still a great shocker to me.
Maybe because you don't follow Japan football. Really, they are very, very good when it comes to football. They are not too tall, but they are strong, pacey, technically gifted. Japan and South Korea, they play very good football. Check the players are always standard in any team they play. You got Son Heung-min in Tottenham Hotspur, even Minamino, Liverpool. You think of all these guys, Tomiyasu. You think of them that these guys, they know how to play football. But because we don't follow J League much, so you think, majority of them are how many players play in Europe? But really, the one that play in Europe plus the one that play at home, they are outstanding players. So Japan versus Germany, a shocker there, 2-1 in favor of that's Japan, shocking Germany, right? That, from the way it is right now, somebody said instead of them to face football, they were there covering their mouth. What's the way to go? But we've been at least talking about the matches played so far, where you've seen Japan shocking Germany, 2-1 ended in favor of the Japanese team, and you have Morocco sharing the spoil. It's a stalemate against Croatia, despite Luka Modric winning the man of the match, but it's ended 0-0. At least right now, 2 African nations, actually, they've done us proud so far. You have Tunisia playing draw against Denmark. You have Morocco also playing draw. So far now, only Denmark have lost, and we are still waiting for Ghana and Cameroon and to see what they'll be doing. Maybe they will be able to get the first win for Africa in this particular month there. Well, giving you update there, where we look at the fact that right now, Spain are really doing so well in this competition. So far, they have actually led the pack in the first leg, giving you update 3-0 in the first leg in the so far 38 minutes. They are leading Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo, not forgetting Marco Asensio scoring those goals for Spain. From your own view, this particular scoreline between Spain and Costa Rica, were you expecting it?
Yes, I was expecting it, because I know the Spaniards, they won't allow the Costa Ricans, because when you even look at the records they have formally, the Spaniards have more record than they have more goals. They scored more goals and won more matches than that of the Costa Ricans. So that is how it is now. So, but let us not forget, anything can happen in the second half. It is not over except it is over. Except it's over. So anything can happen. Anything can happen at the second half. You can have a 3-3, you can have a 4-3, or you can have a 6-0. So anything can happen. Do not write off the Costa Ricans. That's what I have to say. Okay,
you are still saying Costa Rica can still turn this game around?
Yes, it happened. It happened yesterday. It happened today. So what are we saying?
But not 3 goals.
Anything is football. Anything is possible in football.
So now you are borrowing leave from Saudi Arabia.
Yes, if Saudi Arabia can win Argentina, relax on Leo Messi.
Well, it was just 1-0. But this one, 3-0. Spain are leading with 3 goals right now.
It can still happen.
That Costa Rica will get the 3 goals back.
They can equalize. They might even win.
Oh my goodness.
There's anything can happen.
I really want to see your faith where it's standing, really. But really, when it comes to football, at times there are some games that you just have to be like, this can't happen. I'm not underrating Costa Rica, but I just believe that Spain will not go to sleep after scoring 3 goals, witnessing what happened to Argentina, witnessing what happened to Germany not quite long ago. They will not rest on their oars, but after scoring 3 goals, then they will go and sleep.
There might be a record. on the part of the Spaniards having a red card. So red card is part of football. So anything can happen. So if you want to rate the Costa Ricans, they can score. They might. Three things are involved now. Either they draw, they win, or they lose. Same thing to the Spaniards. Either they win the match, or they draw the match, or they lose. So that was it.
Okay, while we're looking at that and also giving you updates on matches, rather a match going on right now between Costa Rica and Spain. Well, a match will also be coming up later. Looking at the fixtures for this evening, that will still be coming up. Belgium will be playing another tough one there. Belgium, Canada should be by 8 p.m. Another tough match there. But Spain, Costa Rica is on right now, and Spain, the Spaniards, are really doing well, coasting home with 3-0 so far in the first half. We've been giving you update on that while we're looking at that right now. Let's quickly give you so far the way the table are standing, A, B, and C so far at the World Cup. Let's look at Group A, where we have Ecuador, 3-point Netherlands as second. You have Senegal, Qatar in that pecking order. Well, from the way it's standing right now, it's still too early to call now, but it's arranging them itself now. The table is actually arranging up, but we still have two matches to play in each group.
Yes, actually, Senegal, I at least expected I expected to be that at the first.
Anything can still happen. It's still open.
Okay.
It doesn't mean the fact that they lost that first game that they are out. It's still open. We're just trying to give an update on how the table actually is looking now in Group A. Now let's look at Group B quickly. Talking about the way the table is standing. After England were able to rout their one against Iran in that game, they did well in that game and winning 6-2. And now you look at another one. USA against Wales. They shared the spoil there 1-1 in the point that they have. Iran actually standing at the bottom of the table there with no point at all. Well, from the way it is also here, you want to give it to England, but it's too early to call.
The ones I know, England and US are going to qualify. Leave Wales and Iran out of the equation. Iran and US, for me, they're the ones qualifying. I'm sorry, England and US, they're the ones qualifying.
Okay, well, now let's look at Group C now. The way it's standing, Saudi Arabia, yes, against all the defeated Argentina, Poland, Mexico in that pecking order. You have it there, 3-1-1-0, 0 rather, talking about the way the points are standing. But 2 matches to go. They have 2 matches to play. And Argentina now that actually at the bottom of the table can still come to be at the top.
Yes, it's possible. Saudi Arabia, this is what called the Shagram to me.
Okay, good one there. Noel Samson has been doing justice to all the talk concerning football. Let's give you still on the update between Spain and Costa Rica. It's still 3-0 right now as it's going there over there in Qatar. 3-0 between Costa Rica and Spain. Ferran Torres, Dani Olmo, not forgetting Marco Asensio scoring those goals for Spain right now, and we've been giving you update on that. While Belgium, Canada will later be coming up, and that will be another game we'll look at. Belgium, Canada. If you want to look at this game, Canada, this is their second time at the World Cup. This is their second time. And Belgium, you look at the area of start. In fact, before the World Cup, they make sure they top the FIFA ranking to the World Cup. And you can't take that away from them. But are you seeing Belgium beating Canada?
If you have to look at the past record, they played only once before. That was 1989. Well, Belgium won against Canada 2-0. And I believe as of then, Belgium not having this caliber or high-level classed players.
They have Anthony Davis now.
Yeah, so now it's required. It's football again.
Okay, you are trying to use Saudi Arabia and Japan.
Japan, yeah. So anything can happen. But if you have to look on the normal paperwork and what individually those players play at their different clubs and everything, give it to Belgium. It's going to be an easy game for them to win. But anything can still happen from the Canadians. They can still decide to shock us again.
Well, from the way it is, I know Belgium, they have a lot of stars, even though Lukaku is injured for now. But you have Eden, you have Torgan, Hazard brothers, you have Wilsu, all of them are there. You have their goalkeeper, Courtois, with his experience as a goalkeeper. He knows what to do. But really, football can be very unpredictable. So Canada can just come and shock them, just the way we've been seeing shocking defeat in the
What I want these big teams to know, the big names in this competition, is that you do not allow these guys score you. Once you allow them, if you want to allow them score you, score like 3-0 ahead. Because you score, if them scoring like 1-0, they might have to just block the house and not allow you score. So my advice to the Belgian team that if they are to even allow to play this game now, they should allow Canada to score at all. If Canada should score one.
The man on the screen that you just saw before they brought Eden Hazard, you saw Kevin De Bruyne, outstanding player for Manchester City. You can't take that away from him. Now he will be there to marshal that midfield for them.
Yeah, but still, you can't still. If the level of the Canadian players try to stay at the back, that they won't score. The Belgium are able to score. But the best advice I'll give to the Belgians is that they should not allow the Canadians score them first. If they allow the Canadians score them first, definitely they are going to lose the game. From what we've seen, you can see how. Look at the Saudi Arabia match. Look at the Japan match against Germany. The Germans played the Japanese. They played them, but still, what was the scoreline? Same as the Argentines, they even scored some goals. They ruled out as offside. So the Belgians should not underrate the Canadians, and you should allow them score first. Because if you allow them score first, then I think the game is over for Belgium.
But so far at this World Cup, which country have surprised you most?
Saudi Arabia number one.
I expect that.
Saudi Arabia, they are the one that surprised me the most because I never expected them. Like, okay, Saudi Arabia, what do you know how to do? Football, but we shouldn't be surprised. One of the big names we have in the likes of Igalo plays in Saudi Arabia. It seems like Samagan has played in Saudi Arabia before. Then some other top players play in Saudi Arabia, so you should be surprised. Their league is actually developing. So
automatically you are saying, okay, because of those players, the league over there in Saudi Arabia, they'll be able to get at least mop some skills, abilities from all these players.
And also they're also trying to get Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. So
we don't know yet, maybe we'll be moving or not. Well, we'll be giving you updates concerning the World Cup. So far, Spain, they are actually leading the pack 3-0 first half, and it has been a wonderful one for the team called the Spaniard. Right now, they are showing class against Costa Rica. The match is still ongoing, although first half is almost done. But really, Spain are coasting home, showing class. Although, according to Noel Samson, never say never. Anything can still happen after all. We've seen two teams that came from behind in this World Cup to turn things around. Talking about Japanese and also Saudi Arabian team, they were able to turn things around against Germany and also Argentina. Well, the World Cup is getting more sizzling now. It's getting more interesting. Day 4. Matches have been played. We've seen draw from Croatia versus Morocco. We've also seen Japan beating Germany. While right now, Spain are coasting home, like I said earlier, ahead of Costa Rica, while we'll still be waiting for Belgium to face Canada in another game. But before we give you more update, let's quickly look at, just digress a bit, while we come back to talk about the World Cup. Quickly, let's just give you some stories before we come back, talking about Spain and Costa Rica. Well, quickly, we look at boxing. Dillian Whyte won't give up. He wants to avenge Joshua loss because he lost against him before, and he wants to make sure he still gets his own pound of flesh. He said even if he turns 60-year-old, he will still fight Anthony Joshua. And the question is, what if Anthony Joshua doesn't want to fight him? He will be fighting against Jamie Walker. That will be next week. But after that, he will be facing. He still wants to avenge his loss against Joshua. Really, what that kind of fight that when you want to revenge, and the revenge will actually go against you. That's the way I'm seeing it now.
Yes, because it seems eager. He just wants to fight, and he just wants to fight. And
out of anger now, he could lose.
He might not even concentrate on the technicality. He has to do everything, and Joshua might just knock him out again.
Joshua might just knock him out again. Looking at Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte, who really wants to get the body snatcher, as they call Dillian Whyte, wants to get his own pound of flesh. After all, Anthony Joshua actually defeated him before, and he wants to make sure he get it done. Even if he turns 60, he will still fight Anthony Olufemi Joshua there. Just to digress a bit from the World Cup and just give you some stories trending. Well, we quickly run through before we go back to the World Cup update. Manchester United, well, they are in the news right now. You just can't take that away. They will be saving £15.5 million in wages after a mutual agreement with Ronaldo to end contract before summer. You know, the news came out yesterday that they mutually ended the contract between the team and Cristiano Ronaldo, but that particular agreement, by stopping that contract, now will save them £15.5 million. That will be the amount they will have paid Ronaldo till the end of the season.
It's a whole lot of money. Well, actually, it's really, I don't know, for Ronaldo and Manchester United, it's a lose to the side of Manchester United to me. But again, to another team that's going to get Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's what I would say. So.
Okay, well, we just hope that Ronaldo will get his own a club that he wants to move to, and also Man United will also get their own win anytime they want to play. Well, from there, let's talk about Arsenal could move for Palmeiras player called Danilo. That's another story we are looking at. That could be in January. Arsenal could move for Palmeiras midfielder Danilo in January. They want to get Danilo. You know, it's easy for Arsenal to easily get Brazilian player.
Yes,
Brazilian player flourish easily in Arsenal.
Yes, the likes of Santos flourished before he lost one. Denison also was at great peak before he was being moved back to Brazil. Now you can see Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli. So he should come over. And with the form Arsenal is now presently, having this great player in their team is going to be an added advantage to them.
It will be an added advantage to them. We're talking about all these stories that actually is trending in the world of sport there. Let's quickly go back and look at one more before we go back to the World Cup, as we'll be talking about this. Well, Manchester City manager no longer needs anyway. He has agreed a 2-year contract extension to 2025, and the man is smiling home. Pep Guardiola, maybe the next 2 years that he will be adding now, that has been added, he'll be able to get what he has been looking for. He's obsessed with getting the Champions League.
We hope so. We hope so. Probably after the 2 years, doesn't get the Champions League, he should just leave the England and go to another team. Probably should go to Italy or France. Maybe might win it there.
Well, from the way it is, really, he wants to win it with Manchester City. He's done well when it comes to football, but really, Champions League has been evading him so far since he moved to the Etihad Stadium, and he really wants to scoop that particular glory. Talking about UEFA Champions League there. Now we go back to the World Cup. Right now, it's actually first half is gone between Spain and Costa Rica, and it ended 3-0 in that particular encounter. Good one for Spain so far, even though you are still saying Costa Rica will return. Or the reply, the 3 goals scored in the first half.
The Saudi Arabians and Japanese should expire the Costa Ricans to reply, even though they cannot even win, at least a draw. They shouldn't draw the match. Then it's a good one. It will be a good one for them.
No, from the way you are sounding, even I know you are afraid that Costa Rica will lose the game. So I'm just trying to be to brazen up. But really, I'm not seeing Spain being so complacent that they will lose this game after scoring 3 goals in the first half.
If you look at the likes of Asabuta at the defense, Jordi Alba, Laporte at the defense, those are players who in their various teams are first team players. They won't allow that to happen. Look at the midfielder, Busquets in the midfield, well experienced midfielder. So they won't allow that to happen. But if when it can happen, mistake might come up. Probably giving a back pass, trying to pass one and interception comes out from there and they score. So anything can happen, or probably area ball, or probably an outside 18 shots that might lead to goals, not even a goal. So it's possible, anything can happen, sir.
Okay, well, it has been a wonderful time talking about the World Cup. Spain 3, Costa Rica 0, first half done, and the second half will be coming up. And well, just like Noel Samson actually said, well, we wait. Anything can happen in the world of football. It can be another shocker, but I still don't know how they would do it to reply all the 3 goals, except Spain refused to play. A wonderful one there from the country called Japan, and also Morocco from Africa. We have to commend them for what they did against Croatia, a talented team. They worked together as a team, and they were able to get at least a point from that particular game. It's been a wonderful time with Noel Samson in the studio. Thank you very much.
The pleasure is mine.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.